Dzień dobry, nazywam się Katarzyna Biernacka i uczę języka angielskiego szytego na miarę dla polskich odbiorców, a także dopasowany do indywidualnych potrzeb ucznia, interesujących go tematów i wykonywanego zawodu. Dziś trochę o noworocznych postanowieniach i ich spełnianiu oraz przy okazji czas Future Simple. Zaczynamy. Are you one of those people who make New Year's resolutions? I will jog every morning. I will finally learn to speak English fluently. I will lose 10 kilos. I will do this. I will do that. I will start in January, on the 1st of January. And then in February, you realize that you're exactly in the same spot. There's no progress. And you wonder, what happened? You are not alone. But there is a way. There is hope, and there is a way. Let's see what it is. There is a method called WHOOP. As you can see, WHOOP is an acronym, and each letter stands for something. So W stands for wish. O stands for outcome, or a result. O, the second O, stands for obstacle. An obstacle is a problem. And finally, P is for plan. This method was developed by German psychologist Gabriele Oetinger, and the aim of the method is to make our wishes and our dreams come true. Our dreams must meet reality and turn into action. Let me explain a little bit how it works. So for each letter, you're going to ask yourself some questions, do some soul searching, do some imagining, do some brainstorming, and let's see. So wish. What do I want for this year? Now, what do I really want for this year? I could want some 20 things, but what I really want, maybe a little less, like 5 or 10. Outcome. What is the best result that I want? What exactly do I want to achieve? What do I want to see at the end of my route? Imagine this, visualize the details, almost feel the taste of this achievement, of this goal. But this is not the end, of course. Obstacle is the next step, and we have to imagine now what are the main obstacles, what are the main problems that can happen? Is it money? Is it my emotions? Is it some daily scheduling problems, lack of time maybe, or something else? And then think about what action plan you can make to deal with this, with these emotions or with these other problems that you think about that can happen. And finally, the plan. Now that you have thought about your dreams, your wishes, you have imagined the outcome, you have thought about the possible obstacles and how to deal with them. Plan is simply to say, if an obstacle, one of the obstacles happens, then I will take this and this action. I'm already prepared because I have thought about the obstacles and I have thought about the action plans. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's talk about learning English, of course. So the wish would be, I want to learn to speak English fluently. And the imagined outcome is that I will be able to speak fluently. I can have an interesting conversation that I'm going to enjoy about my work, about my life, and about the things I am passionate about my hobbies, for example. And what are the obstacles, apart from the obvious ones? For example, it can be my perfectionism, fear of making mistakes. What can I do? What kind of action can I take to deal with this fear? I can reimagine what mistakes really are. I can think that mistakes are an important part of learning. They are not unwanted, but they are important, an important part of learning. I can have a special notebook, for example. I can write them down along with the correct word, phrase, or grammar. And they're going to be important for me, my mistakes. And now the plan. If I am afraid of making mistakes again, then I will remind myself that mistakes are important, in fact, and helpful, and I will write them down. Now, a little bit about grammar. So as you have noticed, if we are talking about wishes, the resolutions, we will say, I will learn to speak English fluently. I will lose 10 kilos. I will cut down on social media. Cut down on means to reduce. I will go vegan. I do recommend this option. And I will, and you choose what your wish or your dream actually is. And this is future simple. And this is the tense that we're going to use for wishes for our plans of this kind, that a decision that we make, a resolution. And then when we plan, we have this situation if then. If I am afraid of making mistakes, I will remind myself that they're important. If I want to eat a cookie, I will eat half a banana instead, or drink a glass of water. If I want to go on Facebook again, I will read a page of a book or an article in a magazine. If I want a non-vegan cookie, I will look up vegan recipes. And if it rains, I will go for a shorter jog. So if plus present tense and then future simple. So remember to use present tense after if. And a tiny vocabulary exercise, some verbs to go with wishes, outcomes, obstacles, plans. You have some words in green, which are synonyms of the words to imagine, to overcome, to develop, and to carry out. Please try to match the green synonyms with black verbs, and you will see the key in a second. Here is the key. So to imagine means to visualize, to overcome, to deal with, to develop, to make a plan, to carry out, or to implement a plan. To implement is slightly more formal. So now it's time for you. What's your whoop? And you can use whoop just for New Year's resolutions. You can use them for a monthly or a weekly plan. You have to make a wish. You have to visualize the outcome, imagine obstacles and how you will overcome them, and then make the plan. I wish you all the best in the new year. If you like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.